Love, blessings, peace, and prosperity. It's Thursday, August 7th, my love. And I got the brew for you, the Daily Tarot Brew. And by the way, you're tuned into the Cafecito and Tarot podcast. And it's me, Nicole P, your spiritual barista, serving you up wisdom, guidance, and inspiration from the cards. And guess what, my love? Today is my birthday. Yay! I am blessed to have finished a solar cycle. I am blessed to be here right now, speaking into this microphone, welcoming in a new solar cycle, and may I be blessed to finish this cycle out in health and abundance and peace and joy and laughter and just a bunch of good SHIT, right? We don't know, right? None of us know if we get a chance to finish out our solar cycles. And we can hope for it, we can wish for it, and it's a time that we celebrate. So today I am celebrating me. I'm celebrating my mom and the people that love me and have loved me to bring me to where I am today. And I thought I would share with you my cards that I pulled for myself. And oh, darn it, I have the cards, my tarot cards, but I also pulled a couple oracle cards and I don't have them with me and I guess it's not meant for me to share because I can't remember the messages from them. So maybe that's not for me to share. Maybe that's just for me to hold in my heart and because I journaled on them, but it's not coming to me. So, but I have the tarot. I have the tarot cards. I have them memorized quite well, the cards that I pulled. And so I thought I would share with you the cards that I pulled for myself and the message for this day. I'm really excited because later on this afternoon, I'm going to go floating. If you haven't ever heard of it, it's float tank therapy. It is a little bit pricier and it's something that I do every now and then when I am able to. And so I want to acknowledge that, the privilege that I have to be able to pay for a float tank session. I'm going to do a 90-minute. And this is my second one. I'm doing it in a series of before, two, I should say. I did one prior. Let's see, I did one last Saturday, and that intention, because it's been rough. It's been really rough. I've been in a rough couple year cycle, and so I just was focused very much on like from this time last year around my birthday to right now. And at this time last year we were in a mold infested rental, and I was going back and forth with the landlords that refused to fix it and told us we had to get out by a certain time, and trying to find housing. And my mom was near death, and it was just one of the hardest, hardest times. We were really like on the brink, and I don't say this lightly, but of being homeless, of having to find someone's couch and someone's place to stay at, till we figured out where we could find housing. And Spirit had our back, and um, we were taken care of. But it was very intense, and so there is a lot of emotions and feels of a lot of, because had been displaced, and so I had so much feels, and then the adjustments. Right, we came back to the Midwest, and oh my gosh, and landed in a place, and we were cared for, and but all that adjustment. So it was a release. So when I floated last week, I had a lot of tension, and my intention was to release, like cut the ties. I've been through a lot of loss and sorrow, in this year, and really missing the PNW and aspects of my life. It was a really tough death cycle. I've been through an intense death cycle in this year. And so my point was to release, right? I floated last week to release it all. And I had one of the hardest floats I've ever had. My body hurt. I was crying. I couldn't get into that zone where you transcend all of it. It wasn't till like the last, I don't know what time, but the very last part of it. So today I'm going to float. I released last Saturday, and it was a hard float. I still came out like, whoa, what had just happened? But it was really hard. It was like almost like it was like really, really hard. It's almost as if I was being reborn, and I was going through I was ending a death cycle, and I was coming into rebirth, and it was like a really hard labor. And so today I'm going to float to open to receive, open to connections, and as a blessing for this new cycle. So I thought I would share with you my cards that I pulled. They were the Four of Cups, the Eight of Wands and the Movement card or the Chariot. And I pulled today from the Goddess Tarot deck. And this is a dear deck that was given to me when I embarked, when I took the Six of Swords journey with my mom and traveled from the Seattle up to Wisconsin, in this move. And um, these cards, four of cups, Venus and Cancer. Ooh, I forgot the cosmic connection of eight of wands, in the movement, the Chariot card connecting to the beginning of summer season, connected to the sign Cancer, nurturing home, but that movement, the energy of movement, and the overarching theme is movement. However, here is like the message. Here is what I took to heart and what I felt in my journaling and what I feel called to share with you. It's like that Four of Cups leads it off, right? And that energy um, of today, of this message for this card, is that trusting that movement happens, trusting that movement will happen, trust that the opportunities will present themselves. When you least expect it, things will start to move and groove in ways that you cannot even imagine. And the key to unlock this, the key to move closer to this, is to be able to realize that where you are now does not necessarily mean where you are going or where you will be. You don't have to like where you're at right now. It's a matter of trusting and believing that you are where you are supposed to be, divinely guided at this particular moment. The more that you surrender to what is at the moment. It doesn't mean accept it, but surrender to it is what it is in this present moment. I am divinely guided on my path. I may not like where I am right now. I don't want to stay where I am right now. And I trust and believe that this is where I am supposed to be, is the release, is the path to movement, is the path to crossing the threshold. There's a resistance, and I understand it. I know it like I know it like I know it. When it's like, okay, I'm blessed, I'm in gratitude, I see all these wonderful things, I get it. And I'm still not feeling it 100%. And I still don't want to stay here for the rest of my life. I still don't want to be in this job for the rest of my life. I still want X, Y, and Z, fill in the blanks, right? Do you feel me with that? And yet, right? How is the flow? It's a flow, right? And that's the question. Like, how do we balance that flow of believing that we are on the path, surrendering, and not accepting mediocrity, not accepting, but saying, okay, it is what it is, right? And so what I've come to, and this is so much, like I know for myself, like here, I'm so blessed. We've landed in a great place. We have a great rental. I'm blessed to have a J to the O to the B. It's challenging because I haven't been in a corporate structure. I'm used to working in school districts and freelancing, and yet I'm very blessed, and I know it's a great opportunity to have at this time because I'm starting all over again. I'm starting new. I'm starting my business from scratch. When I started reading cards, when I started making oils, that was in 2014. I'm not who I was back then. Heck, I'm not who I was before even like the COVID situation. And my practice has evolved. The people that I serve has evolved. So much has changed and shifted. And I always am of service to my OGs who have been with me from day one. Mad love. And if you're one of my OGs, I always got you. No matter what, no matter how my practice evolves, I got you. And I will always give you my original OG rates. I promise you that. I promise you that. But like as I'm going through the death cycle and the rebirth cycle, I'm coming into rebirth. I feel like I went through the death cycle, done. It's all like been composted, and now I'm here in this rebirth. And who am I? You know, what is my practice? How have I evolved? How have I changed? How do I want to be of service? You know? And so as I go through that, I need to pay bills. So I got to have a job. I have to have a job. I have to be able to like not have the stress of being able to piece things together. And I used to be able to do that with great ease, but it's different. It's different, I think, with age, and it's also a different environment here. So I'm thankful for all these things, and yet, I want more. I'm ready for more. And so I guess I went off on a little a little tangent. I'm sharing this as a way because if you're going through this, you're not alone. You're not alone. So 4 of Cups, 8 of Wands. I keep wanting to say swords, probably because that's what I've been evolving from. I've been in that, gosh, for this past year. I feel like this past year, 252 has been like an 8 of Swords year as well, and all of a sudden it's like 8 of Wands, and I'll take that because movement's starting to happen. And then of course having the Chariot, the movement card, and so much about finding place, right? Being in place and community, and so one of the things too, so if you find yourself in that 4 of Cups where it's like spirit is offering you something and you're like, oh, thank you, but no thanks. I think number one, right, we always have the agency to thank you, but no thank you, because there's going to be opportunities. And I think part of this too is being able to say, what are you going to say yes to and what are you going to say no to? And holding that higher vision for your journey, your path, your energy, and also, too, there's another aspect that Spirit's going to give us things, right? Like that, here it is. And you're like, no, thank you. Spirit's like, I don't care if you say no, thank you. It is what it is. Take the damn cup. And you might say, okay, 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 right? But it doesn't mean you have to stay with that cup. It doesn't mean that. It's just like Spirit sometimes is going to give you the things that you need. Maybe it's not what you want, but it's what you need at the time. Does that make sense? You feel me? And I think the more that we root into our discernment and we tune into the center of our truth, we'll be able to decipher, wait, is this a moment where Spirit's offering me this opportunity and it's one of those that I better take it, right? Or is it like Spirit's offering me this and I get I'm going to choose because I'm choosing something different, right? Because sometimes things happen, and you're like, oh, shoot, this isn't going to come around. I got to jump on it, right? And I think the more that we can receive in stillness and listen to the center of our truth, we'll be able to do the discernment, right? With that energy of the 4 of Cups. But the biggest thing in the message I feel from this card for myself and for you, if this resonates with you, is that just a reminder that just because you are where you are doesn't mean you will always be where you are. And it's that trust and that faith and that belief. And one of the things that I have done, what I started to do, and I am going to really commit to being very intentional about this, is root, like even in this J to the O to the B. Very happy that I can pay bills. I can support my mom and myself because I don't want my mom to have to worry about any kind of money or bills, as her health is doing her thing. We've been, yeah, her health is, very delicate, more delicate than it has been as she's now on dialysis. And it's devastating. I don't want to have a breakdown right now. So I'm just going to take a deep breath. So it's been heartbreaking. But one of the things that I've done to be able to, and I'm going to commit to do to move through this, say, okay, I'm blessed to have this position and it's not where I want to be forever. However, I'm on a special assignment from Spirit. I'm on a special assignment from Spirit to provide for my family, and I'm on a special assignment from Spirit to have an impact in some way, shape, or form. And now I'm working in a system that the impact on a large scale I may not have. In fact, I will not have because it's corporate. Yeah, and all I'm going to say is that. But what I can have is I can have an immediate spiritual impact on those around me. So I can bless those who I have a conversation with. I can bless my teammates in supporting them to honor themselves. I can be on a spiritual assignment in other ways. And so I think when we make that shift and we acknowledge the caca, we acknowledge the messed upness, we acknowledge our body's response to not really vibing and flowing where we're currently at, or the toxicity of our current, positions, as well as also too, right? The grow is not gross, the evil, dysfunctional, chaotic, fascist, state that we are in existence, and all the minions that follow that. So when we acknowledge that, it's not complaining. We acknowledge it, and then also say, "Where is my assignment?" Right? Where is that? So often I hear people say they're complaining, and it's not a complaining. It's like saying, "This is what I'm not okay with. This is what I don't agree with. This is what I," and this is how I will also be an agent of change in my life and life of others, and impact on in the ways that one can make an impact. So, long story short. Oh, and I just open my eyes because when I really go into these riffs like this on the podcast, I just close my eyes, and now I just open my eyes. I'm already at 15 minutes. So, my love, if you come this far, you listen to me just kind of just share what I've been called to share from spirit. And my message to you, my love, is remember you are divine. You are the message. You are the oracle. You are the magic. You are the medicine. And the messages live within, right? Spirit is always within, is all around you. And trust and believe that things are working out for you in your highest order, even if you can't see it right now. Trust and believe that the flow is the flow. Acknowledge the things that you don't like. Don't stuff them down. Acknowledge it. Speak them, right? We have to start giving ourselves more permission to say, this is some BS. I don't like this, right? It's not spiritual bypassing. It's not just, oh, positive thoughts only, because that doesn't work. And that's not the truth, and that's not real life. Name this stuff. Don't let that stuff take over you. You feel me, right? You have the power. Name it, right? But don't swim in it. Don't have it like consume you. Find ways in devotional practices to say, okay, I'm going to surrender. I'm going to surrender, because it's through that surrender and through that belief and through action, devoted action out of space of love and belief, that things start to move. And before you know it, those seeds that you planted many moons ago, you're going to start to see the blossoms. And you're going to say, all of this has been so worth it. Remember, your path is your path. You're not anybody else's path, and your timing is your timing. If you believe and you have the practices in place, what is meant for you will come to you in some way, shape, or form. That's what I got for you. That was my birthday reading for you. Or for me and for you to share. And thanks for listening and letting me talk. Let me come into your life. And I hope that I am sharing blessings with you. And I'm sending you a hug. And I will be back tomorrow with a short brew, with a short brew. And mad love. I'm going to go finish drinking my cafecito, and I'm going to go eat some birthday cake for breakfast. Mwah! Peace, love, and everything in between.